Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Fabs in the house, and welcome back to the channel. Today I am in the house with some works going on outside, so I don't know, you might hear a little bit of noise. I'm sorry about that, but I had to record this today. This guy is the Simon V. Anderson, and this is the Odin model, and it is a custom knife, and this is a pretty cool one. For some reasons it's not like perfect. It's an older model, but there's some really nice touches, and he's not making knives anymore, and this is pretty rare. I mean, it's quite unique knife. I have very little informations about this, other than it's titanium bolster, carbon fiber. It's like a nice marble carbon fiber set of scales. It's a liner lock. You can see it's pretty unique. So this overall size of this fella, look at this, is gonna be a little bit over 8 inches with a 3.5-inch long blade, like 3.25-inch long cutting edge. The handle overall is gonna be 4 3/4, something like that. So pretty interesting one. You have, so this of course is a custom knife. It's going to be in the $700–600 range in the secondary market. You see the titanium liners are a little bit chamfered on the inside. You have some nice contoured scales going on. The texturing on this marble carbon fiber, it's pretty good. The orange peel finish on the bolster is it's nice, but it's not like my cup of tea. And also you see a lot of hardware visible on the show side. You get 3 screws on the for the scales and 1 for the bolsters, for the bolster on both sides, of course. So that's cluttering a little bit. At least this one could have been avoided at just screwing it on the inside. The pivot, you know, it would have been harder to avoid, but still, it has a nice lock, like a show side composition in these Warncliffe blade style. Kind of like matches the handle lines on this side, so it's pretty interesting. There's no backspacer, just a couple of standoffs, actually 3, which are titanium and anodized blue. There is no lanyard hole option right over here. As you can see, you see this pocket clip, which is not my favorite thing. Has this texture right over here. This is a titanium tip-up carry only pocket clip. It works well. I'm just saying it works well in the pocket. It works well with the overall design of the knife, but it's just not my aesthetical choice that I would have made on this one. But still, it works. It works pretty well. But it's not reversible. You cannot mount it on this side over here. The tip is safely recessed. You can't touch it. It's pretty center. Maybe favor it a little bit the show side. Just like a smidge, but yeah, nothing too crazy. I didn't disassemble this one because it's a custom. It was on consignment, so I didn't. I mean, there was nothing wrong with it, so I don't know how it's on the inside, but I'm assuming, you know, based on the construction, it's pretty simple. You take out these T6 screws, and you can access probably 3 screws going through the standoffs right over here, so no need to disassemble this side, and then remove the bolsters and the pivot, and you're gonna be pretty much done and ready to rock and roll and clean this guy right over here. You get some nice, I think the detent bar looks like ceramic, but there's no detent bar ramp, so you're gonna have a little bit of a hard step going on right there, but I mean, nothing too crazy. Okay. The blade shape is nice. I like this Warncliffe ship's foot. It's interesting. I like it. I like this kind of style. There's no jimping in this case. You see right over here, it's pretty much flush with this set of scales, which is beautiful. Set of standoff is just on the show side, only 1 screwed in on the other side. And then you have a very large swedge. This kind of I don't know, feels like hollow, but no, it's pretty much not flat. Nice, you see, look at this line, starting from the plunge grind, going over here, intersecting for the flat here with the swedge, and reaching down the tip of the blade. That's very cool. This part over here is hollow grind, and you have pretty much 100% belly with no sharpening choil for the blade, and just the logo on the back, so pretty sterile looking. Huge flipper tab, very pointy, non-chamfered. It's something to notice. It's not, I mean, because this, of course, you're gonna be, there's no jimping. Of course, you're gonna be like wanting to do this, of course, rather than like this. I mean, you still can pull off like a push button deployment method, but no, I mean, why? This is just angled like that. Why you want to do this? It's much more comfy to do that like this, but it's gonna require a little bit more strength, not too much. Anyways, this is the blade. That is pretty cool. The sound you probably heard with the flipper tab is this one. If you use the thumb stud, it's a little bit louder, and when you close it, it's a tinkly sound, which is very pleasant. This thing is exuding quality. It might not be your preferred design, which I understand. It's not like my favorite design, but still, you can see that this is done very well. It's well put together. Let's check the weight on this guy right over here. It's quite substantial because there's no internal chamfering, so the slabs of titanium are just full. And this guy's gonna be at 5.76 ounces. I was expecting something like that, so it's yeah, it's all right. In the hand, this guy feels like very good. The handles are like nicely contoured. I feel a little bit of a hot spot right over here on the pocket clip. There's no jimping. You kinda can do reverse grip. It's gonna be a little bit pointy, but this huge flipper tab is gonna act as a superb finger guard right over here. So that's pretty good. There's not much texturing going on, so it's not like super grippy. It's a little bit on the slippery side, but it's all right. Not really any gaps, misalignment. This is put well together. There's only one area here where the scale is sticking out a little bit. Maybe you can see, but probably it's due to a little bit of play. I don't know, because here, no, maybe just like sticking out just a little tad right there. So yeah, it's not perfect. The action is very interesting. It doesn't fall shut, but with a gentle wiggle, yeah, it's gonna go in the closed position. Detent is a little bit on the light side, so it's like easy to fail. But just with a light switch deployment method, you're gonna be fine. So just don't. I don't feel any lock stick, but there's no lock face insert, so that means it's a pretty good geometry going on over here. The lock bar access is not perfect. You have kind of like to angle your thumb a little bit like that, and then just jam your thumb in it, but it's fine. I don't know if you hear the grinding going on the side, but it's pretty interesting to talk with that noise going on. I hope you guys don't hear that. But anyways, the action on this fella is quite good. You need to wiggle. It's fine to push button. It's fine to light switch. Is a little bit lower. My preferred method is gonna be the thumb stud because it's like gonna fly open like that. So, I mean, pretty cool action, nice ergos on this one. I like the blade shape, pretty good hollow grind going on over here as well. And I like these guys. I don't know, let me know down in the comments below if you enjoy this one or not, and what are your thoughts on it. So, thanks for watching, and stay tuned.